Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Angela here, and I thought we'd have a little go at an envelope project today. Yeah, it is super hot here and I'm wanting something really quick, easy, but pretty, of course, because you know that's why we do this. So yeah, come and join me for a little bit of fun. So today I am going to be using 2 sheets of paper. I'm going to use this one from my background pages for the country retreat kit, that's the word. I did print on the back of this, but you can fill in if you don't have a printer with other bits as you see me do here today. All right. I put this mini journal print on the back, so I've got stripes on the back and that on the other side. And then I've got one with the polka dots, and on the other side we've got a bit of that. All right, so yeah, let's make a start. Now I love all this the color combinations in this. I've also grabbed my envelope 2 template. This is part of the Exciting Envelopes template, which are really reasonable on my website shop, so go and have a look for it there if you don't have this already. It's these templates I use time and time again it makes life so much simpler, as you'll see. Then I've just grabbed a couple of goodies, a couple of flowers, some of the flowers from here, from this ultimate bundle, and then some fussy cuts, some bits of lace. I'm not quite sure which I'm going with. Some of the fussy cuts, as I said, die cuts. I've got a circle from a project we did before that was there, so I thought, oh, let me use it. Yeah, so that's really what we're going to do. And then I've got the chickens. Hello, my chickens. The little calf and some ducklings as well. So I want and a beehive. And then I've got some tags and bits and pieces. All right, so let's make a start. So I want to take the striped page. It's like that on the back and like this on the other. I'm just trying to see now which side I did what. So what I did was I cut it like this so that this bit is on the side or that side. So all you do is you place this on top of your paper and you grab your pencil. So that's it. So I just sort of lined it up like that, and then you just go and draw around. Now I have stuck mine onto card. Cereal box is great for this kind of thing. And it just makes you having to eliminate time measuring these things out. All right, so there we go. Now wherever those points meet, those are going to be your score lines. I'm not going to cut this out now because I have already done it, but I'm just showing you how I went about that. Okay, so I cut that out like that. And then we have this. Okay, and those score lines, as I said, is just meet up where those join and score along those lines. So you've got that on the inside and that on the outside. All right, so really easy. This is about a 4 1/4 inch square when you close it all up. All right, it's slightly different if you are printing this with or without a border. I will tell you that. You're looking at about a couple of millimeters difference. So that's why I will be talking you through how to do take it to the next point. Of course, it's also slightly different if you print it on an US letter or an A4, but it doesn't matter. It will all work. All right. So what I want you to do now is I want you to take this piece of paper, and the first thing I want to do is I want to trim it to 8 1/2 inches this way. All right, now 6 1/2 inches. 8 1/2, it's not 8 1/2. Why? Okay, that's about 16 1/2 centimeters, guys. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to grab my little craft knife here, and I'm just going to put it on my board. All right. Okay, now it doesn't matter if you are, what length of paper you're using. I'm going to give you two different measurements firstly, so that you know what you need to do. And this doesn't have to be precision, all right? That's where I'm going with that. So turn it that you've got the spotted side facing you, all right? And then what I want you to do is take your ruler. If you're using a US size, I want you to measure 3 1/4, which is here, and make a little mark. We're going to score that at 3 1/4. All right, if you've got your scoreboard, that's fine. If you are using 3 1/4 is about 8.2 centimeters. All right, if you are using an A4 sheet of paper, so if you bought a printed kit from me, or if you live in Europe or anywhere that uses A4, you're going to measure 3 3/4, which is 9.4 centimeters. All right, so that would be over here. So you've got about a 1/2 inch difference. Right, and then what I want you to do is, I want you just to get your piece of paper. You can score it, or I'm not going to score it, I'm just going to fold it on that line there. Fold that one in. Okay, the most important bit is lining it up with the base here. That way you know it's going to be straight. All right, so there we're going to do that like that. Okay, now I want you to pick it up. I want you to get your bit that you have folded and scored down. Right, let's open those up there. Tuck that one in, I think. That'll give that a score. All right, so I want you to tuck, you've got that one folded, and I want you to fit it in here. Just bend that top one down so you know you're not going to, you know, sort of like that. Yeah, just make a little mark for the edge there where the end of that flap is. And now I want you, where that little mark is, I want you to go a hair's breadth to the left of it. All right, I'm just moving this down. I'm going a hair's breadth to the left of it. Really is a hair's breadth, if you can see those two lines. All right, and I want to now, I'm going to use my nail, but you can score it, and I want you just to fold that over, and again make sure you line that up with the edge here before you press it. Okay, so we'll hold it and press it, and then we can score it. So when I close these 3 bits here, that should close easily. All right, so that's what we've done there. Okay, so the only real measurement is the width of this paper, 6.5 inches, which is, I said, was that 16 and a half? Yeah, centimeters, sorry. And the first fold. The rest you're going to work on the size of whatever you've cut out for your envelope. All right, now I want you just to open that up, tuck that top flap down, and we're going to look for the edge here. Yeah, and again we're going to just gauge it where you see your little pencil mark, because you can rub these out. Again, just slightly higher, line it up on the edge over here, or there if you want, and then just press that down. Yeah, I think that I'm happy with that. Just move it till you are happy, and then press it down. That's it. Now if you get this wrong, it's not a crisis to go back and adjust it. It really isn't. You want to just make sure that those two lie flat nicely, and when you fold these two in, that they're going to lie nice and flat. All right, let's just give this a quick burnish, a press. Use the back of a butter knife if you don't have a scoring tool, and let me tell you, it's the most useful implement I've ever had. Right, so you've got these folded in nicely, and all of that should sit in there really comfortably. Well, really that one should go in next. Okay, like that. And now when it's all folded in, now go and press it again. It's going to make its own little box on the side of the folds with the flaps. Okay, oops. Right, so that's pretty flat now. Okay, that's what we've got. Right, so far so good. Look how pretty it looks. Okay, so we're going to have a nice little project here and have a lot of fun with it. Right, when you cut out this bit now, you had a piece over from the cutting out. I think, what have I done with mine? It's somewhere here. But the bottom bit, you've got like a long strip. Go and cut a long strip here, which I have done. Try to pick it up. So I've got another strip that was on top there. Okay, this is only about 1/2 inch wide. Right, and I'm going to stick that on there for a bit of decoration. Now you can go and cut out bits for each join if you want. Should we do that? I'm just going to make a mark there, a mark there, and that's there. That just shows me where to do it. But what I'm going to go and do very quickly is just go and ink up slightly my various corner or edges. So yeah, that's what we are up to today. Beautiful weather we've had since the weekend. I can't complain. Summer is definitely here. I have my fan on behind me just to give me some relief from the heat, and it's rotating so Abby can get that too, poor soul. But she's fast asleep, very happy, making sure she's got nice water. I put a little ice block in her water. She likes that. So we're nice and cool. If any of you are walking out in the sun, please put on a sunblock. Even if it's cloudy, and that the sun can be really harsh. So take good care of yourself and stay hydrated. That's the other thing, isn't it? Right, so we've got that one done. And I'm going to do the same here. So really just on this outer bit. Now you don't have to ink, you know, that's not a must. Okay guys, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take this bit here and I want to just stick these side bits down so that we've got a pocket on each end. So I'm just going to do that here with a bit of glue. You can stitch if you want. I'm not going to do that today. No. And a little bit there. There we go. Stick them both down. Oh. It's hot today. Things are working faster than normal. You can go and put some glue on those edges if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that. Or am I? I am. Right, so just a little bit at the top really, just to keep it down. And there we have it. Okay, so just holding them all down. I hope you guys are well. I am going to finish off my Down in the Garden journal, hopefully soon, in the next couple of days. I am going to take, I think I'm going to have the rest of the week off, guys. I've got a lot to get done and it's so hot. I just feel I need a bit of a summer break. I hope that's all right with you. So I will see you probably on Sunday for the next time so that I can come back with a finished journal and finish up the bits that I need to get done. I have to be nicer to myself this year because otherwise, you know, it's extremely tiring going at full throttle 24/7, 365, literally. So yeah, I've decided I must be kinder to myself and take more breaks, especially in the summer where it's really hot, and you know, get things done like that. I won't get the painting done, but I do want to get my crafting projects up to date. Right, so we are going to just take this here, we're going to stick this down. So that was the first one, and I'm going to just cut a little bit right of that and a little bit on the other side. Okay, and we are going to stick this down. So I'm going to get all these bits done before I do the next step. Right, so get all the glue right to the edges especially, and let's get this on our page. So hopefully I am doing it straight. Now you can put your ruler on here. I want to move that over just a little bit. Right, and then we're going to do this with the next one. So we've got there, and yeah, so we want to get it just a little bit right to that, and then I'm just cutting off a little bit in between, so it just gives it that extra little bit of room to close properly, and I just don't want to bulk up the fold. That's the point of this. Okay, that looks about right. Oh, before I forget, if you were looking for any of the flower box bundles where I put together all the petals, you know, the hydrangea petals, I've got a whole collection of my own here, where I put the bags together into one, you know, a whole collection of the colors. That's still available. I have put some new stock into my shop, as well as sale on the bundles, and I restocked the surprise bundles in the pinks and the blues. So if you're looking for that, pop on over to my website. Right, so we've got that bit done to the point where we need to. I'm going to just put on a couple of goodies. So I'm going to put on the little calves. I love that. Now it's a throw up between the hive and the ducklings, and I think, I'm not quite sure. And then of course the chickens, so I wanted to put those there, and it's that or this. I think I'm going to go with the ducklings I should say. Yeah, mind you, we'll have the bird types on the edges and the cow in the middle. How's that sound? I quite like that. Right, so I'm trying to keep it flat. We'll get these stuck down, and then we're pretty much done for the insert bit. Okay, so we've got all of that done. That looks so cute, very country style, very farm house. Lovely. Right, so that bit's pretty much done, and I'm going to just put that to the side there for the moment. Now what I want to do with this bit is I want to cut out a circle here. All right, so it's going to go that way. All right, keep this flap on that side. You can do it either side. And I'm going to take my circle die cut, which I did put somewhere here, this one, and I want to, let me tell you how wide this is. It's going to cut a hole that's about 2.5 inches wide, so you're looking at about 6.5, yeah, just short of 7 centimeters. And I'm going to cut that out over there. I'm going to try and centralize it like that, or pretty much like this. All right, so probably just going to take a little bit of washi, a little bit, just to get it sort of central like that, and this bit here. That's just to keep it in place. And then I'm going to run that through my die cut machine. If you don't have a die cut machine, go and find a glass or something like a candle where you can put that on there, and just draw around it and then cut through the We'll try and keep it as clean as possible, because you can always use these sort of bits as well. All right, so I'll be straight back here after I've cut that out. Okay, so I've done all of that. Just want to, what did I do with my tweezers? Right, so hang on to that. We've got that nice little window there. And now you can, or you don't have to, put some kind of film in there. Now I'm just using film from packaging. You know, this kind of thing, which I keep. So yeah, all I'm going to do is dust it off a bit, and then I want to just measure. So it's about here. There we go. So we'll keep the one and use the other. So I'm just going to turn that over. And I'm going to grab my, it doesn't matter what glue you use really. Let's just use the one we were using. And then just make sure I've got it right. I'm going to just hold it halfway so that I can get this stuck down. Now, I'm not too worried about how this looks on here because I'm going to put something over it. So I really, at this point, just want to hold it down. I'm going to slide a tag or something in there. I'd go right to the edges, but because I will be putting something over that, I'm not overly concerned. All right, so you've got your little window in there, so that's cute. Right, now what we want to do is we want to get this the right way. So I said we wanted the flowers at the top and the flap on the side, so there we go. And we want to put this in there now. All right, so that's going to end up in there. I'm going to just burnish this again since I've added that decorative bit. All right, that will be going in there. Just making sure I've got that bit, you know, the pockets not upside down, like that. So that's going to go in there like this. Just going to take those two. So you're going to see that through there. So I wanted to put a little, you can either leave it like that with a pretty rose, which is, it is pretty, or you can go and take something and put it on. So whether that's one of those circles from the circles that come in my add-on kit, or if you want to add one of these little birds or something like that, you can do whatever you choose. The bird's quite cute actually, and I wasn't going to do that. Here's another one. So that would look quite sweet, or you could just put something like that in there, but we are going to add some decorative elements. So I wonder what I'm going to do before I stick something in there. I'm going to put on the decorative elements that I planned on sticking on, and then I'm going to see what I want to do. So I've got one of these fussy cuts. I've got one of these little die cuts, and then I have this one, which is from a spring die cut I had from long ago. So I want to stick that there and that there. So let's get that done. Okay, now before I go any further, I did actually want to put some lace on. I wasn't sure which one to put on, if I wanted to just put a bit of blue or a bit of pink. I'm going to go with the blue. Right. So this just comes from my lace bundle, and I want to just stick it over there ever so quickly. I can always cut the extra off, can't I? So let's just grab this quickly and get it stuck down. Sort that out in a minute. And now before this dries, I want to just get this stuck on around the edge there. Right, and now just a couple of bits that I want to put on here. So I had a couple of these flowers. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on or not. These are just the mini flowers from my bundle. So I thought I'd do a pink and a blue. And then I'm going to do one without anything over there. And then I thought I'd put that one sort of over there. So let's get that stuck down. Now the latest bundle that I put together for the flowers does include mini ones. So, but of course you can buy the mini flowers on their own if you know, the mini petals, I should say. Right, so that will take a little time to dry, but that is looking really cute. Okay, so now I can decide if I want to put on this one or if I want to put on the bird. So let's have a look. Maybe the bird. but we're going to just test it out. Now I've got some blinking glue on my window, so I'm just scraping that off with my nail quickly. Right, so let's see. We can either have that one, which looks quite cute, oops, or we can have the birdie. Oh, the birdie's body is going to be covered, so we will have to either go with a smaller birdie or one of those. I quite like that one. It's a bit darker, it stands out a bit more, so I think I'm going to go with my original plan. Now, just to make sure, I want to just get it where I want it, so I'm going to just draw a little pencil mark around where I want to place it. All right, so let's get that down then. So we'll get that all the way down. Okay, so let's get it there on that pencil mark so we know it's where we want it, hopefully. And now we are going to check. Oh, I clearly didn't gauge that one. It's not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Right, once I've got that in place, it's all right. Okay. So much for that, but there we go. I'm happy with it. Right, so now I want to get this glued onto here, so I'm going to just go on the 4 edges. So there, not quite on the edge, just a little bit in. Okay, well, we can take those out the way. Right, so that's the front. We've got that bit there. How pretty is that? And now we've got this stuck in nicely. We've got all our pockets on there. And I just want to do something to the edges over here. So the first thing I thought, let me get this tray a little bit closer, was I would put this from the mini kit. It was perfect for this. Enjoy the little things. I wanted to put that on there like that. So it's going to be just a little message to remind us to enjoy the little things. One of my favorite little things to do that costs nothing and anybody can do it is my walks in nature. I absolutely love walking in nature. I do it every day, weather permitting, with Abby. And we have a nice little walk. The first half of the walk, she has to go on the lead because we have to have the dogs on the lead. You know, up through the roads and everything until I get to the sort of public walkway where it's like country area. And then when I get to the field where I can take her off the lead and then I'll let her run. So she has a nice run and she knows when I call her, she comes. And the little face when she's running to me is so cute. I've got these little washies, so I'm just using them to sort of stick the little label on, which I thought was just cute. Yeah, so she runs up to me and we have a lovely walk. She has time to do all her sniffing. She's a big sniffer, that one. You know, catches up on all the messages from the dogs before. And then I can walk. And then when I call her, she runs and she's next to me. Very good. She's got better hearing than my kids. She obeys me better than they did. Only joking. I got good kids. Right. So everything is, I'm happy with there. And then at the back here, you can either stick this bit, or you can put that on there if you want. That's also pretty. I quite like that too. But I'm going to stick something on here. So again, you can put it on there as well if you choose. So what I want to do is, this is from a project we did previously for this journal, and I just kept the cutout, which was, I always know that circles are so handy and you know you can use them for so much. You can put it on here or on there. Should we put it on there? Because I quite like the roses, so I'm going to do that. And then I've got another one of these, and I wanted to just stick this little bit of greenery down. It's one of my die cuts. Now fussy cuts would work well. And you know I've got that flower and butterfly bundle if you guys are interested, where I've got different butterflies and kits and different flower kits, but I also do a printed one where it's all of them. So, you know, if you don't have a printer, or you do, there's options. Right, so I'm going to just put this like this. I do like these sorts of projects. I find them interactive, that's the word. Really fun to make and use. Now I will put this in my journal somewhere. I'll find a spot for it. Okay, and then I've taken one of the butterflies from my flower and butterfly, or this is my pastel butterflies, digital. Handy. I've used this for years. These, I love them. And I'm going to put that just over there, or maybe just over there. Right, so let's get that down. And we are good to go. Now this would make a great little gift for somebody. For their birthday, or you can turn it into like a card, or just any journal theme. It doesn't have to be this journal theme, like that, so we're not covering that up. Okay, so that's everything we needed to do. So all that remains to be done now is to put some goodies into the pockets. So I've grabbed what I have that was small enough to go in here from remaining. So this big card, I think this was on Rachel's, one of Rachel's, and I've backed all of mine. I'm going to tuck that in there. And then I thought I'd take this one and I'd put it in here as well. So maybe at the back. Okay. And then I've got a little card for each of these. And then a smaller one that can go in the back. So there. And then there, like that. All right, and that's everything. I didn't want to put any ribbons or anything on there. I want to keep this as flat as possible. And there we have it. All right, so let's close that one, close that one, close that one. Yeah, these first, I think. Right, and then I just need to trim that little bit there. There we go, guys. How cute is that? Yeah, really cute. Could do with just a little bit of inking. I mean, I'm doing this really lightly, but you can do it as dark as you choose it to be. There we go. Right, there we go. That's our little project for today. I hope that you've enjoyed it. All right, everybody, go and have a go at that. I look forward to seeing what yours turns out like. And don't forget, I won't see you on Friday. I'll probably be back on Sunday, hopefully to show you a flip through of the journal and whatever else I need to catch up with. Not this journal, the Down in the Garden one. All right, everyone, have a fab week. Please, if you're wanting orders, I will carry on posting the orders, so don't worry about that for the website. And yeah, I will be seeing you all very soon. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate your support and kindness. See you Sunday. Bye.